Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something about the weight you cannot see but feel every day. The kind that drags at your spirit, the kind that clings like shadows at dawn. It's the weight of negativity, the poison of poison that say you can't, you won't, you'll never. But I came here today to tell you that you don't have to carry that burden. You were not built for change, you were built for wings. Negative thoughts are like weeds in a garden, leave them unattended, and they will choke the beauty from your soul. They will tell you that you are not enough. They will make you question your own light. But hear me now, you have the power to uproot them. You have the power to say, not today. Not in my mind, not in my life. Your mind is sacred ground. You must tend to it with care. When the world throws its storms at you, plant joy like seeds. When fear knocks at your door, open it with faith. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself your journey is not measured by the voices that say you can't, but by the steps you take anyway. There is a place inside you where all your power lies. A place where your dreams take root, where your strength is born, where your joy finds its voice. But like any sacred place, it must be cared for, protected, and nourished. Your mind is a garden, and what you allow to grow there will shape the life you live. If you let the weeds of doubt, fear, and negativity take hold, they will spread, suffocating everything bright and beautiful in their path. But if you choose to tend your mind with purpose, if you uproot what does not serve you, then what remains will be nothing but strength, nothing but light, nothing but the truth of who you are meant to be. So negative thoughts do not ask for permission. They creep in like shadows at dusk, quiet but certain, finding the cracks in your confidence, the wounds in your spirit. They whisper the words you fear the most. You are not enough. You will never be enough. And if you do not stop them, they will take root deep and strong until they feel like a part of you. But let me tell you something, those thoughts are not you. They are intruders, unwelcome guests in the sacred space of your mind, and you have the power to send them away. You must be intentional about what you allow to grow inside you. Every time you feed a thought, it strengthens. Feed your fears, and they will consume you. Feed your doubts, and they will paralyze you. But feed your courage, and it will lift you higher than you ever thought possible. When you feel negativity creeping in, do not let it settle. Do not entertain it. Do not water it. Do not give it a place to stay. Instead, replace it. When self-doubt says you can't, answer back, I already have. When fear says you will fail, remind yourself every great success was once a risk. When the world tells you that you are small, stand tall and say, watch me grow. Understand this, what you focus on expands. If you wake up every day looking for reasons to be unhappy, you will find them. If you search for proof that you are unworthy, your mind will hand it to you. But if you choose to see the good, to seek the lesson, to embrace the possibility of joy, your world will shift. Not because life suddenly becomes easy, but because you have learned how to hold your power. The rain will still fall. The winds will still howl. But your roots will be deep. Your spirit unshaken. Protect your mind like the treasure it is. Be mindful of what you consume, not just in food and drink, but in words and conversations and the energy of those around you. Some people carry storms inside them, and if you let them too close, they will leave you drenched in their rain. Be discerning. Know when to listen and when to walk away. Know when to hold on and when to let go. The peace of your mind is too valuable to be given away carelessly. And remember, healing takes time. You do not plant a seed and expect a tree the next morning. You do not pull a weed once and think the garden is free forever. No, you must return to it again and again with patience, with love. Some days will be harder than others. Some days the old thoughts will come knocking, trying to convince you they belong. But you are stronger than they are. You are wiser than they are. And every time you choose to reject them, you choose yourself. There will come a day when you look back and realize that the garden of your mind is full of beauty, full of possibility, full of everything that makes you feel alive. And when that day comes, you will know it was not luck, not fate, but the work of your own hands, the strength of your own spirit. So plant carefully, water wisely, and trust that the seeds of today will grow into the light of tomorrow. You were never meant to live in the dark. So step forward, clear the space, and let yourself bloom. Words have power. Not just the ones you speak to the world, but the ones you whisper to yourself in the quiet of your mind. The ones that echo when no one else is around. The ones that shape the way you see yourself, the way you walk through this life. If you have spent years feeding your mind words of doubt, words of terror, words that tell you you are not enough, then it is no wonder that negativity finds a home inside you. But just as you have the power to let those thoughts in, you have the power to send them away. You have the power to replace them with words that build you, words that lift you, words that remind you of exactly who you are. You must speak life into yourself. You must wake up every morning and declare that you are strong, you are capable, you are worthy. Not because the world has told you so, not because someone else has given you permission, but because you have decided that you are. Do not wait for life to validate you, validate yourself. If you wait for others to tell you who you are, you will always be at their mercy. But when you choose to define yourself, when you choose to stand tall in your truth, there is no force in this world that can shake you. Every time you speak, you are casting a spell over your life. Every time you say, I am not good enough, you are building walls around your own potential. Every time you say, I can't do this, you are handing your power to doubt. But the moment you say, I am enough, the moment you say, I will succeed, the moment you say, I deserve happiness, you start tearing those walls down. And once they fall, nothing can hold you back. Do not be careless with the words you speak to yourself. Do not treat them as if they do not matter. Because the truth is, they matter more than anything. Your thoughts shape your reality, and your words give those thoughts power. Speak strength. Speak confidence. Speak love. Even when you do not feel it, especially when you do not feel it. Because the more you speak it, the more you will believe it. And the more you believe it, the more it will become the truth of your life. Some days, the negative thoughts will come louder than ever. They will try to convince you that nothing has changed, that you are still the same person weighed down by fear and doubt. But you do not have to listen. When those voices come, answer them with something stronger. When fear says you will fail, say, even if I do, I will rise again. When doubt says you are not good enough, say, I am more than enough. When negativity says, give up, say, I refuse. It may feel strange at first. It may feel like you are lying to yourself, but you are not. You are simply choosing a new truth, one that serves you, one that lifts you instead of breaking you. And over time, those words will settle deep into your spirit. They will become second nature. And one day, without even realizing it, you will wake up and believe every single one of them. This is not just about speaking words, it is about changing the way you see yourself. It is about breaking the habit of self-sabotage. It is about knowing that you are not your mistakes, you are not your past, you are not the opinions of others. You are who you decide to be. And that decision begins with the words you choose to say to yourself, day after day, moment after moment. No one else can do this for you. No one else can speak life into your spirit the way you can. So be intentional. Be relentless. Let no negative thought go unchallenged. Let no cruel word about yourself go unanswered. Speak to yourself with the kindness, the love, and the strength that you deserve. And when you do, you will see the shift. You will feel the difference. Your mind will become a place of power instead of a battleground. Your spirit will become light instead of heavy. And you will realize that all along the key to your freedom was in your own voice. So speak and let your words set you free. Energy is contagious. It moves through rooms. It fills space. It's into the cracks of your spirit before you even realize it. It can lift you, heal you, empower you, but it can also drain you, break you, hold you down in ways you do not even see. The people you surround yourself with, the conversations you entertain, the spaces you choose to occupy, they all shape the energy within you. And if you are not careful, you may find yourself carrying burdens that were never meant for you, weighed down by the heaviness of those who do not know how to carry their own light. You must be intentional about the energy you allow into your life. Not everyone deserves access to you. Not every voice deserves a place in your mind. There are people who will feed your soul, and there are people who will deplete it. Some will lift you when you falter, remind you of your strength, pour love into your spirit when you have none left to give yourself. But there are others who will plant doubt, who will thrive on your uncertainty, who will see your growth and try to pull you back down. Not everyone who walks beside you walks with good intentions. Some people carry storms within them, and if you are not careful, they will leave you standing in the rain. You must learn to recognize the difference. Pay attention to how you feel when you leave a conversation. Do you feel lighter, stronger, inspired, or do you feel drained, uncertain, burdened? Your body knows before your mind does. Listen to it. Protect your peace like it is sacred, because it is. There is no rule that says you must entertain every voice that speaks to you. There is no rule that says you must hold on to relationships that make you question your worth. You are allowed to walk away from anything that does not serve your spirit. You are allowed to set boundaries, to say no, to choose your well-being over someone else's comfort. But it is not just about removing the wrong energy, it is about inviting in the right energy. Surround yourself with people who reflect the kind of life you want to live. People who see your potential, even when you don't. People who remind you of your power, who push you to rise higher, who refuse to let you settle for less than you deserve. Find those who speak light into your life, who make you believe in possibility, who bring laughter, joy, and strength into your days. And when you find them, hold them close. And remember, the energy you give is just as important as the energy you receive. You cannot expect to attract light while you carry darkness. You cannot expect to be surrounded by love if you do not offer it freely. Be the kind of person you want to have in your life. Speak kindness, show gratitude. Lift others the way you wish to be lifted. The more light you give, the more it will return to you. There will be moments when negativity finds its way in despite your best efforts. When the weight of the world presses heavy on your shoulders. When you find yourself standing in spaces that do not feel good to your soul. And in those moments, you must remember that you always have a choice. You do not have to stay in places that drain you. You do not have to hold on to energy that does not serve you. You are allowed to walk away. You are allowed to choose peace over chaos, love over fear, joy over misery. Your life is too precious to be spent in the company of anything that dims your light. So be mindful. Be protective of your space, your energy, your spirit. Choose the company that makes you better. Choose the conversations that fill you. Choose the spaces that remind you of all the good that still exists in the world. Because the more light you surround yourself with, the brighter your own light will shine. And when you shine, the world cannot help but take notice. Gratitude is a quiet force, but do not mistake its softness for weakness. It is a healer, a teacher, a guide through even the darkest moments. When life feels heavy, when the weight of uncertainty presses down, when the mind becomes clouded with doubt and fear, gratitude is the key that unlocks the light. It shifts the focus from what is missing to what is present, from what has been lost to what remains. It does not ignore pain, but it refuses to let pain be the only voice in the room. The mind is quick to notice what is wrong. It will count every failure, every flaw, every disappointment as if they are beads on a string. It will remind you of what you lack before it acknowledges what you have. And if you are not careful, you will believe that your life is defined only by struggle, that joy is something distant, something for someone else. But gratitude changes that. Gratitude says, look again, look closer, look beyond the noise of doubt and see the abundance that has always been there. It is easy to be grateful when life is kind, when things go according to plan, when success comes without struggle. But gratitude is most powerful when it is hardest to find. When the road is uncertain, when doors close, when life does not bend to your will, that is when gratitude becomes a choice, a discipline, a tool for survival. So it is not about pretending everything is perfect. It is about recognizing that even in imperfection, even in difficulty, there is something worth holding on to. the warmth of the sun on your face, the sound of laughter even on hard days, the breath in your lungs steady and sure, reminding you that you are still here, still fighting, still capable of rising. Gratitude is not about settling. It does not ask you to accept less or abandon your dreams. It simply reminds you that while you are reaching for more, you must not forget to honor what is already in your hands. Too often we chase the next thing, the next achievement, the next goal, the next milestone, believing that happiness lives somewhere in the future. But happiness is not waiting at the finish line. It is woven into the journey, hidden in the moments we overlook, waiting for us to notice. Make gratitude a habit. Do not wait for grand moments to acknowledge your blessings. Find them in the everyday, in the simple, in the quiet. Wake up and give thanks before your feet touch the floor. Speak it aloud, write it down. Let it be the first thing your mind holds on to in the morning and the last thing it embraces at night, because the more you focus on what is good, the more goodness you will find. Surround yourself with people who remind you to be grateful, people who do not dwell in negativity, but choose to see light even when the sky is gray. Be that person for others. Lift them when they forget. Remind them when they doubt. Gratitude multiplies when it is shared. The more you give, the more it grows. And when life tests you, when the storms come, when the path is uncertain, return to gratitude. Hold on to it like an anchor. Let it be the voice that steadies you, the force that keeps you moving forward. Because a mind rooted in gratitude is a mind that cannot be shaken. A mind that sees not just what is missing, but what is possible. And when you live in gratitude, you do not just survive, you thrive. There are things you carry that were never meant to be yours. Old wounds, heavy regrets, the weight of words that were spoken in anger, the echo of past mistakes. They cling to you like shadows, shaping the way you see yourself, the way you move through the world. But not everything that enters your life is meant to stay. Not every thought deserves a home in your mind. Not every burden is yours to bear. You must learn to release what does not serve you, to let go of the things that no longer bring you growth, to unchain yourself from the past so that you can step fully into the present. Holding on to what hurts will not make you stronger. It will not protect you. It will not prepare you. It will only weigh you down. Imagine trying to climb a mountain while carrying everything you have ever lost, everything that has ever hurt you. With every step, the load gets heavier, the journey more exhausting. And at some point, you will come to a place where you cannot go any further, not because you are not strong enough, but because you are carrying too much. Letting go is not weakness. It is not giving up. It is making space for something better. It is understanding that some things belong in your story, but not in your future. It is choosing peace over pain, growth over comfort, freedom over fear. And it begins with a decision. One that only you can make. You must first recognize what is no longer serving you. Pay attention to the thoughts that drain you, the habits that hold you back, the people who make you question your worth. Not everyone who walks with you is meant to stay. Some people are lessons, not lifelong companions. Some experiences are meant to teach you, not define you. But if you refuse to let go, you will find yourself stuck in a cycle of pain, reliving moments that should have ended long ago. Forgiveness is a part of releasing, not just forgiving others, but forgiving yourself. You cannot move forward while holding resentment, whether it is towards someone else or the person you used to be. Mistakes were made, words were spoken, things happen that cannot be undone. But the past is unchangeable, and dwelling on it will not bring you peace. Forgive because you deserve to be free. Because carrying bitterness only keeps you bound to what hurts you. Because the longer you hold on to the pain, the longer it has power over you. And once you have let go, do not reach for it again. Do not pick up what you have already set down. Do not allow yourself to be pulled back into the same patterns, the same pain, the same doubts. If you have chosen to move forward, then commit to that choice. Trust that in releasing what no longer serves you, you are making space for something greater. This is not an easy process. It takes time. Some days the old thoughts will return, knocking at the door of your mind, asking to be let back in. But you are stronger now. You are wiser now. You know what you deserve, and you know that you are worthy of peace. So let go. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the fear. Let go of the idea that you have to carry everything alone. Release the weight, release the doubt, release the past. Because only when your hands are empty can they be open to receive something new. And when you finally do, you will understand you were never meant to live in chains. The mind is a garden. Whatever you plant, whatever you nurture will grow. If you fill it with doubt, with fear, with bitterness, those things will take root, stretching their vines through every corner of your being until they become all you know. But if you choose to plant something different, if you choose to water thoughts of strength, of possibility, of hope, then that is what will flourish. The soil of your mind is yours to tend, and what you allow to grow will shape the life you live. Negativity is persistent. It does not need an invitation to enter. It seeps in through cracks, finds its way into the quiet spaces of your thoughts, and makes itself at home. It disguises itself as logic, as realism, as a necessary guard against disappointment. It whispers that things will never change, that failure is inevitable, that happiness is something meant for other people. And if you are not careful, if you do not stand guard over the doors of your mind, you will start to believe it. But the same way negativity spreads, so does positivity. The same way doubt takes hold, so does confidence. The same way fear grows, so does faith. What you focus on will multiply. What you feed will strengthen. This is why you must be intentional. You must be mindful of what you allow to occupy your thoughts. You must be deliberate in replacing the negative with something better. It starts with awareness. Pay attention to the words that circle your mind. Are they lifting you or tearing you down? Are they building a life of joy or creating a prison of fear? Notice the patterns, the repetitions, the familiar doubts that try to convince you they are truth. And when you catch them, when you hear yourself thinking, I can't do this, I am not enough, I will never succeed, pause. Do not let those thoughts go unchallenged. Replace them with something different. Speak life over yourself. Say, I am capable. I am growing. I am worthy of every good thing. Even if you do not fully believe it yet, say it anyway. Speak it until it becomes your truth. Be intentional about what you consume. The books you read, the music you listen to, the conversations you engage in, they all feed your mind. They all shape the way you see the world, the way you see yourself. Surround yourself with voices that inspire you, with stories that remind you of possibility, with people who lift you higher. Do not allow your mind to become a dumping ground for negativity. Guard it as if your peace depends on it, because it does. This is not about ignoring reality. It is not about pretending hardship does not exist or forcing yourself to be positive when you are struggling. It is about choice. It is about deciding, even in the midst of difficulty, that you will not let darkness be your only focus. That you will acknowledge the hard moments, but you will not let them define you. That you will always, always look for the light, and when you find that light, nurture it, hold on to it, water it with kindness, with gratitude, with love. Because the more you tend to the garden of your mind, the more beauty it will produce. The more you choose thoughts that serve you, the more they will become your nature. And one day, without even realizing it, you will wake up and see that your mind is no longer a battlefield. It is a sanctuary. It is a place of peace. And when your mind is at peace, there is nothing in this world that can shake you. Your mind is your home. It is where your dreams take shape, where your strength is built, where your peace is either nurtured or neglected. You have the power to cleanse it, to free it from the weight of negativity, to fill it with light, with love, with purpose. You are not bound to the doubts of yesterday. You are not defined by the fears that once held you back. Every day is an opportunity to choose differently, to think differently, to live differently. Let go of what no longer serves you. Practice gratitude even in the smallest moments. Release the past and trust that your future is filled with possibility. Guard your mind, nourish it, and speak life into it, for it is the foundation of everything you will become. And as you step forward, may your path be clear, may your heart be light, and may your mind always be a place of strength and peace. Good luck on your journey, and thank you.